very easy for the mayor who's in a political bubble and not in and out of courtrooms, not in and out of jail, and definitely not on the street to think that his policies are working.
As the mayor's group violence reduction strategy expands, there are questions about how effective it is. Good evening, I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. This week, the city announced an expansion of the group violence reduction strategy to the Eastern District.
Mayor Scott says GVRS is driving down violent crime. Many disagree, including a local defense attorney.
Fox 45's Maxine Stryker joins us live to explain. Maxine?
Well, Mary and Kai, defense attorney Jeremy Eldridge points to a strong relationship between Ivan Bates and Eric Barron as the reason crime is trending down.
It's a four-letter acronym that Mayor Brandon Scott has invested a lot in. The Group Violence Reduction Strategy, or GVRS, offers a way out to those engaged in a life of crime. And while last year was the first time in 9 years Baltimore saw less than 300 murders, many say GVRS is not responsible as the holistic crime-fighting strategy prepares to expand to the Eastern Police District.
There's no indication whatsoever as a criminal defense attorney that practices in Baltimore City that GVRS has any impact on the street.
Instead, defense attorney Jeremy Eldridge and others point to a strong partnership between City State's attorney Ivan Bates and U.S. Attorney for Maryland Eric Barron.
The only thing that's changed in this city over the last 8 years is Ivan Bates. We have the same mayor. We had Marilyn Mosby as his predecessor. The only policy that's changed is actually prosecuting gun offenders under the laws that were already on the books and invoking mandatory minimums in conjunction with Eric Barron, the U.S. Attorney for the state of Maryland. That's the change.
Baltimore saw a summer surge in homicides in 2020, 21, and 22, highlighted on this graph in yellow. But last summer, after Barron announced his Al Capone style of prosecution and Bates took office, there was no spike. Eldridge says it's been a clear deterrent.
It wasn't until Ivan Bates and Eric Barron sat down, reestablished that partnership, that it's created this fear amongst gun offenders. When I go visit people in jail, that's what's being discussed.
Even Bates has said just how few cases come to his office from GVRS.
The mayor has touted over and over and over and over again, GVRS, GVRS, GVRS. GVRS is only 2% of the violent crimes that my office prosecutes.
In a Fox 45 poll Tuesday, we asked, what do you think is the biggest factor driving down violent crime in Baltimore? Only 1% of voters said GVRS, 8% said Safe Streets, but an overwhelming 91% said Al Capone-style prosecution.
It's very easy for the mayor who's in a political bubble and not in and out of courtrooms, not in and out of jail, and definitely not on the street to think that his policies are working. But the bottom line is the prosecution of gun cases and the incarceration of illegal gun offenders, especially on the federal side, that's what's making all the difference.
Now, the goal is to expand GVRS citywide by next year. Scott says that decision is driven by the data. Reporting live in Baltimore, Maxine Stryker, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.